Chapter 51 Wang Bing also wants to cry. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lu Kong doesn't have many friends. Apart from Wang Bing and Lu Chang, there are only Li Mu, Jiang Su, and Lin Yingying who he just added today. Lu Kong took a quick look and found that Li Mu and Jiang Su sent relatively few messages. They were just normal congratulations. Li Mu sent more messages, such as, Mr. Lu is so awesome, Mr. Lu is handsome and awesome, I wonder who will get the chance in the future. Lu Kong simply replied to the two, then he looked at the messages from others. Lin Yingying sent more messages. Godfather, you are my god. Godfather, Godfather, what level of monster is the high-level boss? Godfather, Godfather, is the high-level boss much more powerful than the boss? Godfather, Godfather, how did you kill the boss and the high-level boss alone? Godfather, Godfather, you are so handsome. I admire you so much. I have to cry for you, cry, cry, cry. Godfather, Godfather, what good things will the high-level boss drop? Lu Kong's head was full of black lines. This guy is simply 100,000 wise, he can ask anything. Lu Kong, don't cry, it gives me a headache. There are many good things. Lu Kong casually sent a bloodthirsty necklace. Lin Yingying. As soon as Lu Kong sent it, Lin Yingying sent a series of question marks. Lu Kong didn't pay attention, quit the chat with Lin Yingying, and looked at the chat between Wang Bing and Lu Chang. The content of the two people's chat was similar. First, they congratulated Lu Kong, then they were envious, and finally asked Lu Kong if he had any good things to sell. The skill book and recipe that Lu Kong sold last time were both very memorable, so, Lu Kong posted the two blue equipment that had dropped before in the chat group of 3 people, Little Devil Fine Craftsmanship Longbow, Little Devil Fine Craftsmanship Robe. As soon as these two equipment were posted, Lu Chang jumped up. His breathing became a little faster. Bows and cloth armor robes. All excellent. Isn't this just prepared for his 2 precious daughters? If he gets these 2 pieces of equipment, won't the 2 precious daughters be very happy? Maybe they will even give him a shoulder massage when they are happy. When he thought of this, Lu Chang's eyes burned with flames. He wants these 2 pieces of equipment. Kill the gods and the Buddhas. Lu Chang, longbow 120 gold, long robe 100 gold. Wang Bing on the other side also breathed hard after seeing these 2 blue equipment. This is the first time they have encountered blue equipment that they can buy. The attributes of the equipment are simply drooling. With such equipment, their strength will definitely be greatly improved. Moreover, after sending the skill book to the 3rd princess last time, the 3rd princess obviously regarded him as her own. If the blue cloth armor robe is sent this time, the 3rd princess will definitely support him. The longbow is okay, but this cloth armor robe must be snatched up. Wang Bing was about to bid when he saw Lu Chang's price. He almost vomited blood directly. Wang Bing. Mr. Lu, can you still play well? This is just a level 7 blue equipment, and you offer a price of 100 gold. Equipment is different from skill books and recipes. This is time sensitive. Even if the level 7 blue equipment is stronger than the level 10 green equipment, it is not much stronger. This equipment can only be used to level 12 or 13 at most. This is already Wang Bing's most optimistic estimate. In such a short time, it is actually sold for 1 million. Is Lu Chang crazy? According to Wang Bing's estimate, this cloth armor robe is at most 50 gold. This price is really unacceptable to him. Even if he is willing, he has to consider the cost performance. After all, the Suanio army is not just him. It is better to buy 100 pieces of green equipment than to buy a blue equipment for 100 gold, which can equip many brothers. Lu Chang, normal bidding, take it if you want it, don't argue if you don't want it. Wang Bing's mouth twitched, and finally did not bid. This price is too high. Wang Bing, okay. You win. Lu Chang, good son-in-law. When will we trade? Lu Kong, I'm going back to the city now. If it's convenient for you, come back now. Lu Chang, okay, I'll be back soon. Wang Bing, Godfather, are there any other green equipment? Lu Kong, yes, there are dozens of green equipment. Wang Bing, okay, I'll let Jiang Su go. Lu Chang, good son-in-law, besides these 2 blue equipment, there is nothing else. Didn't you say there are high-level bosses? Didn't they drop good things that you can't use? Lu Kong, bloodthirsty necklace, great sword mastery, they are all useful to me, so I use them myself. Lu Chang. Wang Bing. Seeing the purple equipment and excellent passive skills, the two were silent. Lu Kong grinned. He just wanted to see the two people's surprised expressions, so he sent them to see, envy or not. Envy is right. Lu Kong still pretended to be innocent. Why don't you say anything? Lu Chang, I shouldn't have asked this question. Wang Bing, my heart hurts so much, damn. These two things can bring such a big improvement, I want them too. Wang Bing is also a soldier. At this time, Wang Bing suddenly shuddered and thought of something extremely serious. Boldly had said before that the third princess was a mage, so he might not be able to use good things in the future. Now he remembered that his adoptive father was a warrior. Can he still use good things? The good things must have been used by his adoptive father himself. Damn! Am I worse than Old Li? Wang Bing's eyes turned red, and he finally understood why Old Li wanted to cry before. He wanted to cry now too. Li Ming, who was standing next to him, was shocked when he saw Wang Bing's appearance. Captain, what's wrong with you? Why do you look like you're about to cry? Wang Bing turned his head and glared at Li Ming. Get out. Go and fight your monsters. Li Ming. He was confused. He cared about this kid, but he was still so fierce. A player of the Suanio army muttered, Deputy Captain, I told you. The captain is getting more and more possessed. Li Mingshan nodded in agreement. Looking at this posture, it seems a bit like he is possessed. Lu Kong looked at the chat screen and could already imagine the two people beating their chests and stamping their feet. He grinned and exited the chat room contentedly. Only then did he realize that Lin Yingying had sent a lot of messages again. Lu Kong clicked on it and took a look. Lin Yingying, Godfather, is this true? Purple equipment. It's actually purple equipment. This is the first time I've seen equipment of this level in my life. Godfather is so awesome. Seeing purple equipment makes my life complete. Godfather, where have you been? Why don't you pay attention to your smart and cute goddaughter? Godfather, are you still ignoring me? I'll make some noises for you. Yingying, that when Lu Kong saw Lin Yingying's message, he couldn't help laughing. Your life is too worthless. Just seeing purple equipment makes you complete. Lin Yingying, Godfather, are you done? Hee that's purple equipment. Until now, ordinary players don't even have green equipment. I don't have any. I originally planned to buy green equipment from Godfather, but I didn't buy it. Lu Kong, I'm in a good mood now and I'm going back soon, so I'll let you buy one. Lin Yingying. Zoom to fake. Long live Godfather. Godfather is invincible. How can there be such a good Godfather in the world? Lu Kong found that this guy really has the potential to be a lackey, and he flatters. Lu Kong is also a human being, and it feels good to listen to him. Lu Kong, I'll be back soon, you can go to the square first. After sending the message, he stopped looking at the chat. He first added all the 10 free attributes rewarded by the system to endurance. Before, he was almost killed instantly, which has almost become a psychological shadow for Lu Kong. Now he actually has no shortage of attacks, but he is afraid of being killed instantly. After that, Lu Kong rubbed his hands. I plan to open the treasure chest given by the system. Chapter 52 Powerful Legendary Accessories. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lu Kong clicked on the drop rate list of the treasure chest. As he expected, the first one was still glittering purple. Another legendary equipment. Lu Kong checked the equipment information and his eyes widened. Song of Life, legendary, accessory, stamina plus 14, immune to fatal damage and restore 2000 health points, cooldown time 24 hours, required level 7. What a powerful legendary equipment. Needless to say, it adds 14 points of stamina. The most important thing is the special effect, immune to a fatal attack, and it can also restore health. 2000 health points, now almost twice Lu Kong's total health. The average player may only have about 200 to 300 health points now, which can allow the average player to recover 10 times. although the cooldown time is a bit long, this is a very good life-saving special effect. And this is also an accessory. Lu Kong just happened to have no accessories now, so he decisively equipped it. Now, if Lu Kong's HP is enhanced by the fighting spirit, it has exceeded 1,300. This is the charm of advanced equipment and advanced skills. Lu Kong sighed in his heart. After finishing everything, Lu Kong took out the scroll to return to the city. After using it, a white light flashed, and Lu Kong returned to the square. "Godfather, you are back." Lu Kong turned his head and saw Lin Yingying standing beside him. Lu Kong was stunned. "You are not still squatting here?" "No, I went to upgrade, but I heard that my godfather was coming back, so I ran back in a hurry." Lin Yingying said with a smile. Lu Kong suddenly realized, "Then you line up, I'm going to start selling equipment." Lu Kong set up a stall and put 10 pieces of equipment on it. "Buy green equipment," Lu Kong shouted, and all the players around rushed over. Their eyes were red. Seeing the green equipment on the stall, they swallowed their saliva wildly, and they were also a little unbelievable. "Godfather is too awesome, right? It's only been a few hours, and he's sold green equipment 3 times in the square, and each time he sold 10 pieces. Yeah, this is just what he sold to us. He must have sold more to the Suanio army and Tianyue guild, right? What kind of divine luck does Godfather have? He can get so many green equipment. This may have something to do with Godfather's system notification just now. It's a boss, and a high-level boss. Godfather may have found a place where elite monsters gather. It's possible. I don't know where it is. Don't even think about it. Even if there are elite monsters, can you beat them? Last time, my team of 5 fought an elite demonized wild dog, and 3 people died. How many lives do you have?" Hearing this, the players who were originally curious about where Lu Kong spawned elite monsters calmed down. Indeed, ordinary players don't even have the ability to fight elite monsters now. I guess only those big guys who have reached level 5 and learned the first professional skill of this profession can fight elite monsters. The Suanio army seems to have found a wolf valley. I heard that there are many elite monsters in it. It's great. They are holding the equipment of their adoptive father and are leveling up so fast now, that everyone was extremely envious. If they could get so many green equipment from their adoptive father, they could also fight elite monsters. It's a pity that after all, they are the military of Daxia, so there is nothing they can do. Amid the discussion among the crowd, Lu Kong has already started selling equipment. The first one is naturally Lin Yingying. She looked at the equipment and laughed. "Adoptive father, I want this green staff." Lu Kong glanced at her. "Are you a mage?" Lin Yingying nodded repeatedly. "Yes." Lu Kong handed her the green staff. "The weapons and equipment are a little more expensive, 1 gold. Do you have money?" Lu Kong looked at Lin Yingying with some suspicion. Lin Yingying looked very proud, with her hands on her hips. "Godfather, you look down on me too much, don't you? I am now a big shot in the player management bureau, and I can also live broadcast. I am not short of money." As she said that, she came to Lu Kong and said, "Do you want me to support you?" Lu Kong was very upset and pushed Lin Yingying's head away. "Don't forget, the equipment you bought was sold by me." Lin Yingying was stunned, and then she thought that Lu Kong seemed to make more money than her, and she was a little dejected. The plan to support her godfather failed. Go away after buying it. After receiving 1 gold from Lin Yingying, Lu Kong sold equipment to others. One by one, the players happily paid for the equipment and thanked Lu Kong respectfully. "Godfather, you have worked hard. Thank you for selling green equipment to us. I will make my girlfriend jealous when I go back this time." Soon, all 10 pieces of equipment were sold out. Most players didn't buy it. They wailed and screamed for Lu Kong to sell more. Lu Kong shrugged. "There are only so many now, and I may increase the quantity in the future. The main reason is that the backpack is too small. Each piece of equipment takes up a grid, and he can only put so much. There must be equipment for Wang Bing and Lu Chang. He can only take out 10 pieces." Hearing Lu Kong say this, other players can only leave disappointed. Lin Yingying, who had been waiting for Lu Kong on the side, smiled and said, "Godfather, you are a good person. You don't have to worry about them." Lu Kong put away the stall and said calmly, I was just bored while waiting for people, so I found something to do. Lin Yingying pouted, my adoptive father seems to have a reputation for being upright. He obviously wants ordinary people to become stronger, but he just says this. Lin Yingying looked at Lu Kong, her eyes shining, and she felt more and more charming the more she looked at him. Lu Chang and Jiang Su hadn't arrived yet, so Lu Kong glanced at Lin Yingying beside him. Aren't you leaving yet? I want to accompany my adoptive father. Lin Yingying said matter-of-factly. How could my adopted daughter leave her adopted father here alone? Isn't it too pitiful? Lu Kong, don't tell me that I'm as good as an abandoned puppy. His head was covered with black lines, and then he thought of something and asked, by the way, you said it's from the Player Management Bureau? Yes. I am also the Minister of Publicity and Development. I am the external representative. Lin Yingying raised her head and smiled proudly, mainly because my adopted daughter is invincible and cute, and they think my live broadcast must be very effective. Yes, you are awesome, you are cute. Lu Kong said casually to Lin Yingying, then he asked again, what do you think of the Player Management Bureau? Are there any restrictions on players? Lu Kong plus Lin Yingying, although part of the reason is that this guy is really clingy, and some of the reasons are because Lin Yingying is a member of the Player Management Bureau, he is actually very curious, what is Daxia's attitude towards players now? Lu Kong is not a person who likes to be restrained. Now that he has such a powerful talent and a bright future, he will certainly not join the Player Management Bureau, but he also wanted to know clearly what the official specific attitude towards players was. This allows Lu Kong to plan how it should develop in the future. Hearing this, Lin Yingying was stunned, and then said, what are the restrictions on players by the Player Management Bureau? There are no restrictions. You only need to register your information. Generally, you only need to have a level. If the level is high, you can also join. As for the Player Management Bureau, the salary is very high, tens of thousands. Nothing else. Lin Yingying thought for a while, there's nothing else. As long as you register, no one will care about you after that. You can join the Player Management Bureau if you want, or you cannot join. Overall, I think it's quite relaxed. Yes, I feel like His Majesty's attitude towards players should be very friendly. Lu Kong nodded thoughtfully. Lin Yingying thought of something. Oh, by the way, if you have talent, the senior management will take special care of you. Lu Kong raised his eyebrows, a little confused. Why special care? Chapter 54, The Copy Appears, Orion Continent System Announcement. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Seeing that the village chief's expression seemed a little unpleasant, Lu Kong thought it would be better to change the topic. He asked, Village Chief, I killed all the little devils in the Little Devil camp. Have I completed my mission? Well, of course it's done. As soon as the old village chief finished speaking, Lu Kong's experience value increased sharply again, and he was closer to level 8. In addition, there are 10 gold coins, 10 free attribute points, plus 2 tiny skill stones and various reputations. Needless to say, Silver Moon Village, Daqing should be the main city after Novice Village. Lu Kong thinks these rewards are pretty good. He happily focused all his attributes on endurance, coupled with the increase in fighting spirit. Lu Kong's health volume exceeded 1005, as for the 2 tiny skill stones, Lu Kong used them all on the newly acquired Great Sword Proficiency, Great Sword Mastery, level 3. After learning, you will be more proficient in using the Great Sword, and when you use the Great Sword as a weapon, the damage caused will be increased by 30%, if using a Great Sword, his damage will be permanently increased by 30%. The current attack capabilities of Lu Kong have been greatly improved. Just after completing the task, suddenly the system sent another notification, Yuanqing Regional Announcement, Ding, player Lu Kong has completed the only main mission, and the Silver Moon Village copy, Little Devil Camp, is officially opened. Yuanqing Regional Announcement, Ding, player Lu Kong has completed the only main mission, and the Silver Moon Village copy, Little Devil Camp, is officially opened. Orion Continent Announcement, Ding, congratulations to Yuanqing player Lu Kong for being the first to complete the unique main mission. Reward 30 free attribute points, 1 career skill treasure chest, Daqing reputation plus 200, Galaxy City reputation plus 20. Orion Continent announcement, ding, congratulations to Yuanqing player Lu Kong for being the first to complete the unique main mission. Reward 30 free attribute points, 1 career skill treasure chest, dodging reputation plus 200, Galaxy City reputation plus 20. Point 2 system announcement sounded continuously, almost the entire Yuanqing area exploded, all players are numb, the system notification just passed has just passed, and now 2 more are coming. Does this stop people from playing games? Barren Empire area, Adams led hundreds of people and killed a boss again. The items dropped were 2 pieces of green equipment and 1 piece of white equipment, Adams and all the players all smiled, 2 more pieces of green equipment. Not bad, not bad. As long as we have equipment, the gap between us and the land and air forces will definitely continue to shorten. By then, it will only be a matter of time before we surpass him. Woohoo! The Barren Empire will definitely lead the evolution of mankind in the new era, that they were celebrating with joy. At this moment, the continuous system notifications froze them, the air became very quiet, after the atmosphere was silent for a while, each player shouted in disbelief. Wow, can this game be played? What's going on with that Daxia guy? The last system announcement wasn't even an hour ago, right? How come 2 of them came so quickly? Yes. Isn't this game too unfair? Why is it that only the Daxia man has received system notices so far? Has he bought a house in the system? Is this important? It's a dungeon. It's the first dungeon in the game. The players in Silver Moon Village are so happy. They are in the same novice village as Lu Kong, and there is a dungeon to play. Yes, when you grind dungeons, whether it is upgrading or equipment, it will definitely be more efficient than outside. The players in Silver Moon Village have really reaped the dividends from Lu Kong. If this wave continues, they will probably be the most powerful ones in our Yuanqing. A strong novice village. Yeah, I'm so jealous of you. Envy +1. Adams and several of his partners with powerful talents looked stiff at this moment, several people looked at each other, and a blonde beauty next to Adams swallowed and looked at Adams. Adams, do you still have the confidence to surpass him now? Adams. What did this make him say? He didn't know how to answer for a moment. Another tall, thin young man next to him suddenly widened his eyes slightly. Something's wrong, look at the second announcement. It's actually an announcement for the entire Orion Continent. Adams and others stared at the system notification carefully, then they discovered that the second one was actually a notice for the entire Orion Continent. Everyone looked at each other with complicated expressions. Adams exhaled and said with a serious expression, no matter what, we have to keep chasing. Only when we admit defeat is the real failure. If we work hard to catch up, we will always be on the road. Several other people looked at each other and then nodded. Another young man said weakly, looking on the bright side, Lu Kong is so strong. When the demonic energy invades in the future, we can be more relaxed with a tall man to protect us. This is not a bad thing. These words made the corners of other people's mouths twitch. With their pride, they shouldn't have had such thoughts, but now they actually felt that what the young man said was very reasonable. In the Lionheart Kingdom area, Alice and a group of princess guards fought against monsters for a while, but the system notification stopped them all. All the players stared at each other. Delia looked at Alice, who was silent beside her, and muttered, Your Highness. I suddenly feel that if Lu Kong can become a prince, it seems that there is nothing wrong. Alice? She looked at Delia with a frown on her face. Delia, where is your loyalty? Delia stuck out her tongue. I will always be loyal to you, Your Highness, but this Lu Kong is so strong, it will be a good thing for you if he really becomes a prince. Heh, who said that just now? I haven't even seen him, and I don't even know what his personality is. Alice sneered. Delia looked away slightly. I was too young just now. Lu Kong is so strong, I don't think he will be ugly. Alice glared at Delia speechlessly. Don't say these stupid things, just fight monsters and level up. How can our Lionheart Kingdom depend on others? Only when we are strong can we be truly strong. Delia blinked. That's what I said, but Your Highness seems to be blushing. Alice. Shut up, Xia Yan, who was in a group, was a little stunned when she heard the system prompt and was almost killed by the monster. She quickly retreated and used several cold wind shocks. After killing the monster, she didn't have time to sit down to recover, but chose to log off directly. She wanted to tell her father about this. She didn't know how to treat Lu Kong anymore. With her father's wisdom, he would surely be able to give her an answer. Lu Kong, Lu Kong. Daxia actually had such a great man. With his performance, can the entire Daxia accommodate him in the future? Maybe in the future, the entire universe will be his stage. Since the emergence of the space server, Xia Yan has no doubts about whether humans can enter the space in the new era. At that time, facing other races, perhaps it will be the time for Lu Kong to truly shine. Then what role will Daxia play in it? Chapter 55 Epic Skills. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the mountains, Lu Chang is talking to Lu Yuexin and Lu Yueqing about the little girl next to Lu Kong. Lu Yuexin, Dad, it's her freedom to contact whoever she wants. Why are you so nervous? Lu Chang, that's not okay. Lu Kong is my designated son-in-law. Lu Yueqing, wow, old man, you're going to say that in front of us, right? We haven't agreed yet. Lu Yuexin, that's right. Dad says that every day. We are both virgins. Aren't you afraid that our reputation will be ruined? Lu Chang, who dares to say that about my daughter? I'll kill them all. Lu Yueqing, my father is mighty. Thumbs up. JPG. At this moment, the system's announcements rang out one after another. Lu Chang was stunned. Fuck. Lu Chang, who was always calm, couldn't help but swear at this moment. He typed into the chat room, look. The mainland announcement. Such a good reward. The dungeon is open. I said my son-in-law will definitely be promising in the future. He is already very promising now. What else do you have to say? Lu Chang was so proud. When did he miss his vision? He had always felt that Lu Kong was an extraordinary kid. Unexpectedly, he was so powerful. The dungeon is open. This means that the players in their Silver Moon village can play the dungeon. What is a dungeon? Elite monsters, bosses, all elites and equipment. Lu Chang's face turned red with excitement. On the other side, Lu Yuexin and Lu Yueqing were silent. They looked at each other. Lu Yueqing blinked. Sister, this Lu Kong seems to be really powerful. Lu Yuexin nodded slightly. Yeah. A strange color flashed in her eyes, and then she asked with a smile, are you moved? Lu Yueqing crossed her arms. No. Lu Yuexin nodded. Me too. The two stared at each other in silence. Then Lu Yueqing said, but the old man said that after leaving the novice village, we still have to meet him and get to know him, right? Lu Yuexin nodded. Yeah, Dad said so. Since Dad said so, we have to pay attention to it. Sister is right. By the way, who is that Lin Yingying? I think he might be a passerby. I think so too. Lu Kong didn't expect that he just handed in a task, but it was so explosive. Of course he knew the little devil camp, but he didn't expect that a copy would be opened. Lu Kong's eyes lit up. This means that Lu Kong can get more green equipment and blue equipment. All of this is money. Moreover, he finally had the little devil find set that he hadn't collected yet. Lu Kong discovered that there was an introduction to the Little Devil Camp dungeon in the system. He opened it and saw that this dungeon was a 25-person dungeon that could only be refreshed once a day. Lu Kong hadn't used up his quota today. This meant that Lu Kong could refresh it once today. He couldn't wait to go right now, just in time to upgrade and get more equipment. Then Lu Kong set his sights on something else. System reward. A full 30 free attribute points. Needless to say, Lu Kong put all of them on endurance. Now, Lu Kong's basic endurance has reached an astonishing 68 points. You know, for every level up, even if you put all of the 2 free attributes you get on endurance, plus the 1 point of endurance that comes from the upgrade itself, it's only 3 points. To reach 68 points, you need to be at least 20 levels. Lu Kong is only level 7 now, but he has such an exaggerated basic attribute. It's outrageous to think about it. With these attributes, plus the equipment attributes and the increase in fighting spirit, Lu Kong's health directly exceeded 2,000. With his current strength, he can fight several bosses in front of the Little Devil Camp. in addition to the 30 free attribute points, there is also a professional skill treasure chest. Lu Kong found that there was also a drop rate list. He opened it with anticipation. The first one was actually golden. Lu Kong's eyes almost fell out. Epic treasure. There is an epic skill book in the skill treasure chest. Lu Kong hurriedly looked at the skills carefully. Warrior's Heart, Level 1, Passive Skill. You have comprehended the essence of the warrior's way. All attributes are increased by 10%, damage caused is increased by 10%, movement speed is increased by 5%, and damage received is reduced by 3%. Learning requirements. Warrior profession, fighting will level 5. What a strong skill. All attributes are improved, attack is increased, damage received is reduced, and movement speed is increased. It is comprehensive. But the learning requirements surprised Lu Kong a little. Unexpectedly. In addition to being a warrior class, there are other requirements. Fighting will. It must be level 5 fighting will. Lu Kong then realized that not all skills can be learned directly, some skills require prerequisites. He breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, he learned fighting will and is now level 7, otherwise, even if he has the skill of Warrior's Heart, he can't learn it. Lu Kong thought of other players again. He used skill stones to improve his fighting will, and he also used several primary skill stones. Others don't have such treasures. Even if they have the skill of fighting spirit, they don't know how long it will take to upgrade to level 5 or above. It's probably difficult to learn the heart of the warrior. Lu Kong estimated that if there is no skill stone, the average warrior player will have to upgrade the fighting spirit to level 5 for dozens of levels. It is indeed an epic skill, and the learning conditions are really high. Lu Kong sighed in his heart, and then decisively chose the heart of the warrior skill. There is no need to think about it at all. Open the treasure chest, and the skill book appears in Lu Kong's backpack. Lu Kong decisively chooses to use it. Lu Kong was in a trance. He seemed to appear in an ancient battlefield, and the battlefield was extremely desolate. The shrill wind whistled in the battlefield, and the ground was full of corpses and broken weapons. In the center of the battlefield, a tall man holding a broken sword and wearing a broken battle armor looked at the endless black fog rolling in the sky and roared with his head raised. Fight to the death. Lu Kong only felt a flame burning in his chest. He seemed to have turned into that lonely warrior, looking up and roaring at the endless black fog. His mind was in a trance for a moment, and then he found that he was still standing in the village chief's courtyard. The village chief next to him looked at Lu Kong, and his old face had an expression as if he had seen a ghost. Lu Kong took a few deep breaths before he recovered from the state of mind just now. He looked at the village chief with some doubts. Village chief, what's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? The village chief looked at Lu Kong for a long time, and then slowly said, Are you a monster? Lu Kong. No, how can you curse at me, village chief? The village chief looked like he had seen a ghost, and shouted, Curse. I want to curse my mother. You have realized the heart of a warrior before you even reach the first level. What are you if not a monster? Chapter 56 Letter from the Little Devil Lord. You are listening at novelfull.audio. This. Lu Kong suddenly realized. He smiled modestly, I'm just lucky. I just opened the treasure chest and got the skill book. The village chief said angrily, Of course I know you have obtained the skill book. I am not deaf and can hear the system announcement. What I can't accept is why can you get the most precious thing from the professional skill treasure chest? And your fighting spirit has reached level 5 or above. As a high-end player of the destroyed race, the village chief obviously has some information about the way of the warrior. He knew that if he wanted to master the warrior's heart, the prerequisite was level 5 fighting spirit. Obviously, I just gave the little guy in front of me the fighting spirit skill book yesterday. In one day, he reached level 5. Is this still human? Isn't this guy the descendant of a certain cosmic god clan? The village chief's mind is filled with questions. What happened today has somewhat subverted his understanding of the game and the universe over the years. When Lu Kong heard the village chief's words, he smiled modestly. Maybe it's because you have better luck. This is no longer a matter of luck, right? He looked at Lu Kong, as if he wanted to see through Lu Kong, and then he shook his head. You should have an extremely powerful soul talent, even one that I can't understand. This is a good thing for you and your race. I hope you can make good use of it. Soul talent is the core secret for any player. Although the village chief is already a ghost in the universe online game and does not involve reality, he has no intention of asking more questions. Lu Kong nodded seriously. I will, thank you village chief. The village chief sighed with a very complicated expression. I really envy you Yuanqing humans. On the second day, the dungeon was actually opened. With this dungeon, the growth rate of the players in Silver Moon Village will be greatly improved. Little guy, this is all your credit. Lu Kong smiled. The village chief praised me too much. I just completed a task. By the way, village chief, why did the little devil's camp not spawn monsters before, but now it has become a dungeon? Lu Kong thought that when he spawned the little devil's camp before, the little devil would not refresh even after he died. Unexpectedly, it has become a copy now. This made Lu Kong a little confused about this question. Actually, as a novice player, you don't need to know, but since you asked, let me tell you. The little demons in the camp before were real demons from the invasion of the demon world. After they died, they will disappear from the game world and will naturally not be refreshed. The copy that appears now is rebuilt by the universe server based on the dead little devil. Although the monsters inside are still little devils, they are actually created by the universe server. There is an essential difference between the two monsters. After hearing this, Lu Kong suddenly realized, no wonder those little demons disappeared when they died, and turned out to be real demons. Actually, there are many such dungeons in the entire game world. When you leave the Orion Continent and go to the Central Continent, you will find that there are many such dungeons. The village chief smiled. Lu Kong nodded slightly. Afterwards, Lu Kong thought about the letters dropped by the Little Devil Commander and the parchments recording information about Silver Moon Village. Lu Kong took out the letter and parchment and handed them to the village chief. By the way, village chief, I found these in the Little Devil's camp. You can take a look. The village chief took the parchment, and after seeing the information on it, his expression changed slightly. Then he opened the letter and read it. After seeing the contents of the letter, the village chief's expression suddenly changed drastically. Seeing this, Lu Kong frowned slightly. Village chief, what's wrong? The village chief slowly put down the letter in his hand, exhaled, and his expression was extremely gloomy. We're in big trouble. Lu Kong frowned when he heard this, but he had already had a premonition when he saw the letter, so he was not too surprised. What's the big trouble? The little devils that invaded near Silver Moon Village established a little devil lair, and the camp you destroyed before was just an outpost. The letter you gave me was written by the Little Devil Lord in the lair to the Little Devil Commander. They will launch a general attack on Silver Moon Village in 5 days. Lu Kong was stunned for a moment, although he thought there would be big trouble, but I didn't expect the trouble would be so big. He quickly asked, Village Chief, is the Little Devil's Nest powerful? Can it attack our Silver Moon Village? That if Silver Moon Village disappears, it will be difficult for players in this village to upgrade in the future. The village chief glanced at Lu Kong. If we are all still alive, then of course these little devils are not a problem. The problem is that we are all dead, and now there is only a wisp of dead souls left, and our strength is far less than what we were before. So strong. It is very difficult to resist the invasion of the Little Devil's lair, especially the Little Devil Lord, who is at least a 10th level Lord level devil. A level 10 Lord, should be a level higher than the high level boss, right? Maglon is only a level 7 high level boss, but he is already so powerful. How strong does a level 10 Lord have to be? Even though Lu Kong has become much stronger now, he still feels a little guilty. He looked at the village chief. What level are you at? I am also a level 10 Lord now. Seeing Lu Kong's eyes shining brightly, the village chief rolled his eyes helplessly. Don't count on me, kid. I'm so old, I may not be a match for the little demon lord, and there may not be only one lord in a little demon nest, you know. Lu Kong. Fuck, there are several lords in a nest. How to play this broken game? The village chief clenched the letter in his hand and said, we need your help, players, to defend Silver Moon Village together. We can't defend it just by relying on the people of our Silver Moon Village. But if you players can join in, there is still hope. Lu Kong nodded. Players will definitely help to defend Silver Moon Village together. If nothing else, if Silver Moon Village is gone, players have no place to resupply, which will drive everyone crazy. The village chief nodded. However, with your letter, we at least know that the little devil's nest is about to attack us, and we still have time to prepare. By the way, little guy, I still need your help. If you can find the location of the little devil's nest, our defense preparations will be more targeted. The probability of surviving this attack will also be higher. Can you help me find the location of the little devil's nest? Ding, discovery task, find the little devil's nest, do you accept? That the system prompt sounded, and Lu Kong's eyes lit up. Another task. He quickly looked at the task introduction. Task, find the little devil's nest, only, introduction, the little devil will launch a general attack on Silver Moon Village in 5 days. The village chief of Silver Moon Village hopes that players can find the location of the little devil's nest so that they can arrange a targeted defense line. Note, this task is extremely difficult, it is best to bring your partners. Rewards, experience points, 30 gold coins, 15 free attribute points, primary skill stone, *1, Dao City reputation plus 60, Inua Village reputation plus 600. Chapter 57 Tactics. What tactics? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Another unique task. Lu Kong has discovered that all tasks related to the little devil should be unique, probably because Lu Kong got the only necklace at the beginning. Everything after that is a unique task. He accepted the task, nodded and said, no problem, I will find the little devil's lair. The old village chief nodded. After chatting with the old village chief for a few more words, Lu Kong left the village chief's courtyard. He thought about it and felt that the news that the little devil was going to attack Silver Moon Village should be notified to other players. It would be safer if everyone was prepared. Lu Kong saw a lot of messages as soon as he opened the chat interface. Lu Kong knew that it was his 2 previous system notifications that blew them all out. Lu Kong looked at it and found that each message was very meaningless, such as, Godfather is so awesome, right? Did you buy a house in the system? Why are all your notifications? Mr. Lu, you are great. Godfather is invincible, Godfather is mighty. And so on. Among them, Lin Yingying sent the most messages, winning completely. Lu Kong simply replied and informed Lu Chang, Wang Bing and others about the possible invasion of the little devil. They have a wide influence in Inua Village, so it is more convenient for them to inform all players. I heard that there would be monsters attacking the city. If Inua Village is not defended, even the novice village will be gone. This made several people dumbfounded. Wang Bing and Lu Chang patted their chests and promised that they would definitely notify everyone of the news. At that time, Wang Bing will gather all the players in the name of the Daxia military and let the players go online together. Lu Kong was of course satisfied with this. By the way, Godfather, we found a leader here. Can you come and fight with us? All the dropped items belong to you. If you don't need them, just sell them to us privately. Wang Bing sent this message. Lu Kong was a little surprised when he saw this message. I didn't expect Wang Bing and his team to find the leader. But think about it, now the level of players is gradually rising, and they have basically entered the mountains. After exploring a larger area, the probability of finding the boss is of course greater. I just didn't expect that Wang Bing would be so generous. All the dropped items are given to him. Just sell them to Wang Bing. This condition is too outrageous. How could Lu Kong know that Emperor Xia is most concerned about the game world recently? Emperor Xia naturally knew about Lu Kong's 2 system notifications just now. The third Princess Xia Yan went to Emperor Xia's study and talked for more than 10 minutes. When Xia Yan left, she had already taken Emperor Xia's order. The supreme commander of the Suanio army became Xia Yan. And all resources were mainly based on Xia Yan, and everyone must respect Lu Kong. Enough, and it is strictly forbidden to have conflicts with Lu Kong. Even if there is a conflict of interest, Lu Kong must be given priority. Wang Bing also received this news. He also understood how much shock Emperor Xia's order would cause in the Suanio army, but he also understood that Lu Kong really deserved such treatment. As a player in Inua Village, Wang Bing was one of the first people to know Lu Kong. He knew how strong Lu Kong was. And he also knew that Lu Kong had created too many miracles. For this reason, he would definitely execute the orders of Emperor Xia without any compromise. So there was such a good condition. Lu Kong sent a message, "Give me all the drops, this is unnecessary, let's do this, if it is suitable for me, give it to me, if it is not suitable, give it to you." Wang Bing, no. Father, don't you look down on me like this? If it weren't for you, we would probably only drop a green equipment when we beat the leader, so it's better to buy it from you. With you here, the blue item is definitely safe. If Lu Chang doesn't snatch it from us, this is our blue item. In the end, we still make a profit. Wang Bing, Father, I'm not saying anything bad about you, you are too good to me, Bingzi, this won't work, you have to be stricter. Based on Emperor Xia's order, Wang Bing didn't care about his face. Lu Kong looked at the message with a black line on his head. He was obviously considering Wang Bing. Why did this guy react so strongly? He just thought that if Wang Bing hadn't been there, he wouldn't have found the leader. For him, the dropped items were free, but since Wang Bing had said so, Lu Kong didn't bother to refuse. Okay, send me the location, I'll come over now. Okay. Wang Bing sent his location through private chat. Lu Kong found that the area where Wang Bing was deep in the mountains west of the village. He rode on the demonized wolf mount and rushed to the location Wang Bing had sent. The distance between Wang Bing's location and Lu Kong's location to the little demon camp was about the same, maybe a little closer. About 20 minutes later, Lu Kong had already arrived at the area where Wang Bing was. It was a huge canyon, with many corpses of demonized wolves outside. Wang Bing, Jiang Su and several members of the Suanio army were already waiting for Lu Kong outside the canyon. Seeing Lu Kong coming, Wang Bing and his men came to meet him. Wang Bing looked at the demonized wolf mount with some envy, and said, "Father, you are so lucky. You can run fast with a mount. It takes us an hour to get here every time." Lu Kong smiled and said, "After level 10, you can catch a mount by yourself. Just be patient and it will pass." Wang Bing sighed, "It's too early. This broken game requires too much experience to upgrade. It will probably take several days to reach level 10. Then he said, "Since my godfather is here, I'll ask someone to make room for you." As he said that, he looked around and looked at a tall and thin young man. "Wang Ku, you quit the team?" Wang Ku's mouth twitched and replied, "Yes, Captain," but he was actually a little reluctant in his heart. It was not easy to have the opportunity to team up with his godfather. Snap, it's gone just like that. The captain is so cruel. Wang Bing smiled and said, "Captain, let me introduce you. This is Li Ming, the deputy captain of the 7th team. Jiang Su, you know him, and Fengqi, Song Xiujie." Wang Bing introduced them one by one. The players who were called looked at Lu Kong with fiery eyes. The words of Godfather almost made Lu Kong lose himself. There are so many adopted sons and daughters inexplicably. The feelings are quite strange. Lu Kong nodded to everyone, and then asked Wang Bing, "Where is the leader?" "It's inside. This place is called Wolf Valley. It's a den of demonized wild wolves. The leader is a wolf king. When we saw it, we thought of you, our godfather." In fact, with the strength of their 7th team, so many players with a lot of green clothes on their bodies, it is not a problem to fight a leader, but as Wang Bing said, Lu Kong's fight against the leader is completely different from their fight against the leader. If Lu Kong fights, the things dropped will obviously be better. As Wang Bing introduced, the group walked into the Wolf Valley. Soon they came to the deepest part, which was a desolate open space. In the middle of the open space, a huge black demonized wild wolf was crawling. It was the Wolf King. Lu Kong threw a detection spell over. Demonized Wild Wolf King, Leader, Level, 6. Life, 4500. Attack, 90. Introduction. The King of Wolf Valley, this attribute, is not as high as the Little Devil Leader. Lu Kong clicked on the drop list again. The front is still blue. Lu Kong looked around and found that there were not many good things. He picked and chose, and finally chose 3 items. Primary Skill Stone, Fine Dagger, Bloodthirsty Wolf Fawn, Fine Male Armor Wrist Guard, Magic Wolf Wrist Guard. Lu Kong can use the 1st and 3rd items, but not the second one. Godfather, how do we fight this? You decide. Wang Bing and others looked at Lu Kong, eager to try. Lu Kong thought about it, and then said, "Is there any blood adding?" Wang Bing nodded, "Yes. The skill learned by the priest at level 5 is healing." Lu Kong smiled and said, "Okay, I'll go, the healer will add blood to me, and you can handle the others." Ah. Wang Bing and others were stunned. "No, isn't this a boss fight? At least we have to discuss tactics." "What's this, rushing up?" Before Wang Bing and others could react, Lu Kong rushed up. As a basic warrior skill, the quality of the charge is not high, and the stun effect on the boss monster is only for a moment. At this moment, Lu Kong has already made a move. He raised his hand to attack normally, a 3-hit combo of heavy attack and sweep, -310. -461. -1313. The sweep actually had a critical hit, directly dealing more than 1,300 damage. The total damage was more than 2,000. The health of the demonized Wild Wolf King was reduced by nearly half in an instant. The damage stunned Wang Bing and others. They looked at the slowly floating numbers, and their eyes almost popped out. Chapter 58, A Gap Like a Chasm. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What the hell? What the hell? Am I dazzled? Why did the boss's health suddenly drop by half? Something's wrong. I just saw a damage value of more than 1,300, the players of the Suanio army exclaimed in surprise. They kept rubbing their eyes, and after making sure they were not mistaken, everyone looked at Lu Kong's back, as if they were looking at a god. A level 7 player instantly dealt more than 2,000 damage. We are all human, why did you evolve secretly without us? Wang Bing and his friends finally understood why Lu Kong just let them do whatever they wanted. With this damage, why did they need to take action? What's the difference between Lu Kong beating the leader and chopping melons and vegetables? Is this how powerful my foster father is? Wang Bing muttered to himself. As a warrior, he felt like a fool holding a sword, while his foster father was like a god of war. Not to mention Wang Bing and others, even Lu Kong himself was shocked by his own damage. Then he thought of the great sword mastery skill he had acquired, which increased his damage by 30%. He also learned the warrior's heart, which increased his damage by 10% in addition to all the attributes. It was no surprise that he had this much damage now. Lu Kong sighed in his heart. He didn't expect that he would become so much stronger after returning to the novice village. The Wolf King was hurt by Lu Kong's damage and howled wildly. Its eyes suddenly turned red, and then red light flashed on its claws. Its front claws swung wildly at Lu Kong, and the red claw marks connected in the air. Because he had learned the 3rd level Great Sword Mastery and had fought continuously, Lu Kong's combat experience was no longer that of a rookie who had just entered the game. He instinctively took a step back and blocked with his great sword. Clang clang clang. The sound of metal colliding continued to ring. Numbers floated above Lu Kong's head. -6. -4. -5. 6 numbers floated out in succession, and the total damage was less than 40 points. Seeing Lu Kong injured, the priests had planned to add blood, but when they saw that Lu Kong's blood volume had only dropped a little, they were dumbfounded. Wow! Is this true? Look at my godfather's blood volume. A pretty priest girl opened her mouth wide and exclaimed. Others also focused on Lu Kong's blood bar. Ah! My eyes are blurry again. More than 2,000 blood volume. No, why? Why does my godfather have more than 2,000 blood volume? This is too outrageous, right? Are we really playing the same game? The players of the Suanio army have begun to doubt their lives. One of the level 5 warriors muttered in disbelief. I have added all my stamina and a set of green equipment, but now I only have less than 500 HP. Why is my foster father's HP so much higher than mine? It's not just a matter of HP, okay? Didn't you see the damage the Wolf King caused to my foster father? It was only in the single digits. Single digits. Is this Wolf King really a boss monster? How can the damage be as bad as a kitten? That everyone came back to their senses. Yes, the boss monster can only cause single-digit damage. How exaggerated is my foster father's defense, that everyone looked at each other, unable to imagine it, but the priests were alert at this moment and began to read the healing spell, intending to add blood, although even if they didn't heal, it wouldn't be a problem for Lu Kong, but this is to heal my foster father. I don't know how long it will take for this kind of thing to happen, so I must heal him desperately, heal my foster father to the full. At least their priests are still useful, unlike other people, who can only watch the show. However, before they finished reading the healing spell, Lu Kong attacked again, heavy attack plus normal attack, -624. -445. -100. Then the priests saw 3 healing values floating above Lu Kong's head, +62. +45. +10. Then they found that Lu Kong's blood was full, a group of priests, that they were confused, and all the healing spells they threw out showed +0, of course, other people also saw this scene, everyone's mind was full of question marks, the air was a little quiet and a little scary, then, Wang Bing's voice rang out, "No, who is the boss?" That this sentence expressed everyone's thoughts, in fact, the real boss is not the Wolf King, but Lu Kong, right? The Wolf King's attack only caused single-digit damage, while Lu Kong's damage was 3-digit damage every time, and even brought back blood. How the hell is this played? Listening to the Wolf King's somewhat shrill screams, they all felt that the Wolf King was a little pitiful. Lu Kong also found that the damage he caused now, the blood recovery effect brought by it, can completely recover the damage he received. He seemed to have become a perpetual motion machine. Lu Kong was a little surprised, the blood-sucking effect of the bloodthirsty necklace was really great, he could now really carry the leader and kill it. Lu Kong's agility was also not low, not to mention his high critical hit rate, but also very fast. Now Lu Kong, even with a heavy weapon like a big sword, can cut twice in 1 second, plus a heavy attack that can be used once per second. Before 10 seconds had passed, the cooldown of the second sweep had not yet been completed, and even the skill that reduced the Wolf King's health to 10% had not yet been used, and he was forcibly killed by Lu Kong. As the last heavy attack fell, the Wolf King wailed and fell to the ground. 3 blue light balls floated out from the Wolf King's body. Originally, Wang Bing and others were very happy to have 3 excellent items appear, but now, seeing the leader-level Wolf King who fell before even 10 seconds, everyone was silent. They all found that Lu Kong's strength was not at the same level as other players. He was already far ahead of the players. Wang Bing and others were holding green equipment, and they could already show off in front of other Suanio army compatriots. In fact, they did show off a lot. They originally thought that their strength was among the top in the entire Yuanqing, and they were a little complacent and even a little complacent because of this. Now seeing Lu Kong's strength, they felt that their previous behavior was extremely childish. The gap between them and their adoptive father is like a chasm, with no end in sight. Because of their little strength, they are actually complacent. This is really ironic. After Lu Kong killed the Wolf King, he saw no movement behind him, and he couldn't help but feel a little confused. He turned his head and looked over, and saw Wang Bing and others with confused faces. He raised his eyebrows and was a little confused. "What's wrong?" Wang Bing and others came back to their senses. Wang Bing hurried over, he grinned and said, "Adoptive father is worthy of being the adoptive father. With this strength, even the leader-level Wolf King can't last more than 10 seconds. Adoptive father is too strong." Lu Kong rolled his eyes. "Don't you feel tired of praising like this every day?" "How can I be tired? I can praise for a lifetime." Lu Kong. "No, this sounds a bit wrong. Don't, you are not a beauty, I don't want to listen to you praise for a lifetime." Wang Bing was stunned, and then the corner of his mouth twitched, and he also found that this was a bit inappropriate. He quickly looked at the 3 blue light balls on the side and changed the subject. "You are worthy of being my godfather. The items you gave me are indeed excellent items. Godfather, please take a look. What are they?" Lu Kong nodded, picked up the 3 items, and sent them to Wang Bing privately. Skill stones. Wang Bing saw Lu Kong send them before, so he was not surprised seeing 2 excellent equipment. Wang Bing's eyes lit up. One of them is an excellent level male armor wristband. Wang Bing was touched. "You are my real father. You actually gave me an excellent wristband. I love you." Lu Kong was full of black lines. "What are you thinking? I want this wristband, you only have a dagger. Wang Bing. The expression on his face froze. Chapter 59 Bone-Eroding Grass. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wang Bing once again thought of Lu Kong's profession as a warrior. There was clearly excellent equipment in front of him, but he couldn't get it. Wang Bing's sadness was like a river, but he had no choice. After all, his adoptive father was the most important. Wang Bing was dejected. Okay then. By the way, adoptive father, how much do you want for this dagger? Lu Kong thought for a while and said, after all, you found this leader, otherwise I couldn't get anything else. As for the money, I will take a symbolic amount. Just take 40 gold. The smile on Wang Bing's face was like a blooming chrysanthemum. Adoptive father is so nice. Although 40 gold still costs 400,000 daxia coins, this is excellent equipment, and the additional attributes are completely different from green equipment, and this is the most precious weapon. In Wang Bing's opinion, this price is definitely a discount. Then let's trade. Okay. Wang Bing and Lu Kong completed the transaction, and Lu Kong smiled. If you encounter a boss in the future, you can find me and I will help you fight. For Lu Kong, this time he got a blue equipment and a primary skill stone for free, which was very nice. Skill stones are very scarce now. After all, he has too many skills, and many of them have not been fully upgraded. Lu Kong suddenly thought of a problem. In the future, when he leaves the novice village, he can discuss with some high-end players and help them fight bosses. In this way, their drop rate will be higher, and he can also get some good things such as skill stones. Win-win. No problem. If there is a boss, I will definitely tell you, my godfather, as soon as possible. Wang Bing nodded repeatedly, which was what he wanted. If they were allowed to fight by themselves, they would have to fight many bosses to get a blue equipment. After that, Wang Bing wanted to invite Lu Kong to fight the little devil camp together, but Lu Kong refused. Of course, he planned to play solo, so he could get more experience and didn't have to share equipment with others. Lu Kong said goodbye to Wang Bing and left Wolf Valley. He planned to play the little devil camp today first, upgrade first, get more skill stones and attribute stones, and improve his strength. After all, he still had two unique tasks. One was the task given to him by the Warrior Mentor Battle Axe, which was to fight the level 10 demonized tiger leader. The other was to find the little demon's lair. Both tasks were very difficult, and Lu Kong felt that he had to improve his strength first. Before that, Lu Kong went back to Silver Moon Village and went to the pharmacy to buy some mana potions. The mana potions he bought before were almost used up. At the door of the pharmacy, a large number of players were queuing up. When they saw the iconic mount of the demonized wild wolf coming, they immediately knew that Lu Kong was here. After all, Lu Kong was the only one with a mount in the novice village. Immediately, one player after another enthusiastically made way for him. It's my godfather. My godfather is here, let him go first. Yes, the little devil will come to attack the city in 5 days. We still have to rely on my godfather to resist. Don't waste my godfather's time. Hearing this, Lu Kong was a little surprised at the efficiency of Lu Chang and Wang Bing. He didn't expect that they knew about the little devil's attack so quickly. He nodded and thanked these many friendly players, and then entered the pharmacy. The owner of the pharmacy, Hong Yang, sat behind the counter leisurely as always. After seeing Lu Kong, she raised her eyebrows and said with a smile, TSK, you, a busy man, actually have time to come to my small shop. Lu Kong was full of black lines. Boss, you are a bit yin and yang, I am your big customer after all. Just a joke. Hong Yang smiled. She looked at Lu Kong, and said in surprise, I didn't expect that in just 2 days, you would be on the system notice so many times. It's really extraordinary. Lu Kong smiled, just luck. Although this luck is controllable, Hong Yang smiled and said, I have a task here, do you want to do it? Lu Kong was stunned. Is it a pharmacist's task? I'll forget it. I don't plan to become a pharmacist. Hong Yang rolled her eyes. With your strength, it's a waste to do such a simple task. How could I let you do such a non-challenging task? Lu Kong listened and nodded, but he felt something was wrong. Why do I feel like I'm being exploited? But from what Hong Yang said, it seems that there are good tasks, which means there are good things, and Lu Kong is of course happy. What task? Lu Kong asked. I am going to refine a potion now, and I need a herb called bone-eating grass. This herb can only be found in areas with strong death power. In the depths of the mountains to the north of our village, there is a land of the dead that was left a long time ago. How about you go there and help me find it? Hong Yang said with a smile. Ding, found the task, bone-eating grass, do you accept it? Lu Kong glanced at the task introduction, task, bone-eating grass, only, introduction. In order to deal with the upcoming siege of the little demons, the elderly village chief asked the pharmacist Hong Yang to refine a potion called Soul Bloom in case of emergency. Hong Yang hopes that you will go to the land of the dead in the north of the village to help refine the main medicine bone-eating grass. Note, this task is extremely difficult, it is best to bring your companions. Reward, a certain amount of experience points, spiritual fruit green snake fruit, Soul Bloom. The name of this potion sounds a bit unlucky. Is the old village chief planning to explode and die with the little demon lord if he can't win? Lu Kong frowned, he felt a little heavy. In Lu Kong's opinion, the old village chief was a poor old man whose race was destroyed, his soul was left, his son and daughter-in-law were missing, and his grandson died. If the life of this poor old man was used to exchange for the survival of Silver Moon Village, it would be too tragic. Of course, this was just Lu Kong's imagination. Maybe it was just a potion for the old village chief to improve his strength. Of course, the task must be accepted. Lu Kong smiled and nodded. No problem, I'll help you find it. Hong Yang smiled, thank you very much. What do you want to buy? 300 bottles of mana potion. After coming out of the pharmacy, Lu Kong went straight to the little demon camp copy. In the introduction of the dungeon, there is the location of the little devil camp, which is the little devil camp that Lu Kong discovered before. On the way, Lu Kong used the primary skill stone dropped by the Wolf King. As for the skills to be improved, there is no need to think too much. Although Lu Kong now has several skills that need to be improved, the most important one is definitely the warrior's heart that he just got. After all, this skill is too comprehensive and the increase is too large. Fortunately, the primary skill stone can increase the level of the warrior's heart. Warrior's heart, level 2, passive skill. You have comprehended the essence of the warrior's way. All attributes are increased by 20%, damage caused is increased by 20%, movement speed is increased by 10%, and damage received is reduced by 6%, a significant overall improvement. Very happy, Lu Kong is satisfied. Soon, Lu Kong came to the outside of the little devil camp. On the path outside the canyon, Lu Kong found that there were actually many other players. And they were basically level 5 players. A nurse is coming to the little devil camp. She needs to have enough milk. A warrior is coming to the little devil camp. He needs to have at least one green equipment. Don't tell me you don't have one. My godfather sold 30 pieces today. Here comes the little devil camp. What the hell, godfather? A high-end player who was shouting saw Lu Kong, widened his eyes, and shouted. Suddenly, the players who were forming a team outside the little devil camp all looked over. Chapter 60 Is My Godfather a God? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Seeing Lu Kong, all the players' eyes lit up. It's really my foster father. I didn't expect that my foster father would also come to refresh the copy. Aren't you talking nonsense? Don't you think about who discovered this dungeon? Without my adoptive father, we wouldn't even be able to clear the dungeon. Is my foster father a person? Can my foster father take care of me? I'm willing to do anything. Some female gamers who think they have great looks have even said so publicly. Who doesn't know how powerful Lu Kong is? This copy was discovered by Lu Kong, coupled with Lu Kong's terrifying drop rate. If Lu Kong is willing to take them, they might even be able to get blue equipment. The most important thing is that if we can connect to land and air, the future can be said to be bright. For this reason, so what if you don't have any moral integrity? Lu Kong glanced at the people talking and found that some of the female players who were willing to do anything were indeed quite good-looking, but Lu Kong was not a pervert, so there was no need to bring a few vases just for this little thing. He just smiled. Come on everyone, there are 5 bosses in the dungeon. If you can defeat them, your equipment will be greatly improved. After hearing this, many players' eyes lit up. A clever young man said quickly, "Father, it's me. We've met him before." Lu Kong took a look and felt that he looked familiar. He was probably a high-end player he had met while fighting monsters before. "What's wrong? Father, can you tell us what skills the leader has? If it's inconvenient, just pretend I didn't tell you." Hearing this, Lu Kong was startled. You can really talk to them about this. Knowing the boss skills will obviously make it much easier when fighting. If these players can become stronger, then the battle in 5 days will be a good thing for Silver Moon Village. Lu Kong smiled. "No problem, I'll tell you about the boss skills." Everyone didn't expect Lu Kong to actually say it. The boss's skills. Knowing skills is crucial when fighting. Lu Kong could completely sell this as information to those rich people. As a result, Lu and Kong actually shared it for free. Everyone was shocked for a moment. If it were them, they definitely wouldn't be able to do this. The young man who spoke before was so moved that his eyes turned red. "Thank you, foster father." Others also responded and thanked him profusely. Lu Kong smiled. "If any players ask in the future, I hope you can tell them directly, so that everyone can grow up quickly." Many players nodded with serious expressions. "Don't worry, foster father, I will definitely post directly on the official website when the time comes. I'll tell the newcomers too." Lu Kong nodded with satisfaction, and then told many players the skills and information of the 5 bosses. When they heard that the last high-level boss actually had 10,000 health and 130 attack points, and could also deal self-inflicted damage with swords and raging fire, everyone went numb. How the hell do you fight this? Not to mention that this dungeon only allows 25 people to enter, even 250 people can't defeat it. Everyone's eyes changed when they looked at Lu Kong. How did the adoptive father kill such a powerful high-level leader? Where is this foster father? He's simply a fairy, right? After Lu Kong finished speaking, he smiled and said, "Okay, the next step is up to you." With the equipment of most players, it is probably a bit difficult to defeat the boss now, but there are many elite monsters inside. You can kill the mobs first. If you upgrade your equipment, there may be hope later. After hearing this, everyone immediately nodded in agreement. After telling him the information he knew, Lu Kong entered the dungeon. The entrance to the dungeon is right at the entrance to the previous imp camp. That location has now become a mirror-like vortex, and inside is the world of copies. After seeing Lu Kong enter, many players looked at each other and started talking. "Isn't my adopted father a god? He can kill such a powerful high-level boss. It's hard for the teams that have already entered. These bosses can't be beaten by humans at all." Yes, now it is estimated that only the Tianhua team and the Blackbird army can hope to defeat the first 2 bosses, and it is estimated that even they will have difficulty in the later ones. How long do you think it will take for the foster father to clear the dungeon this time? I don't know. Isn't there a dungeon clearance record? We'll know when we take a look. Next to the dungeon, there is a stone tablet standing with the record of the clearance time of the dungeon. The shorter the clearance time, the higher the ranking. This is an incentive for players and a way of publicity. There are even corresponding rewards for players who clear the first 3 dungeons. For ordinary players, even if they are high-end players themselves, they still don't expect this kind of reward. The top 3 teams would not even think about using them. The adoptive father must have 1, and the other 2 must be Tianhua Guild and Suanio Army. I plan to wait for Tianhua Group to officially establish a guild, and then I will join them. Maybe I can get some of my foster father's equipment by then. This is so delicious. I plan to join the Blackbird army when the time comes. After all, I have a background in the Daxia military, so I'm probably stronger than the Tianhua Guild. The Blackbird army is very strong, but it is a military after all. It requires a lot of discipline. I still like to be more free. I will also join the Tianhua Guild when the time comes. A group of high-end players have already begun discussing where to go from here. Just then, the young man who had talked to Lu Kong before said weakly, "If my godfather can create a guild, I will definitely be the first to join." That the surrounding voices suddenly quieted down, the young man was startled. He looked around and found that everyone was looking at him with strange eyes. The young man was a little creepy. What? Did I say something wrong? No, you are right. Why didn't we think of it? What if my godfather also created a guild at that time? How about we ask my godfather when we meet him in the future? That's fine. If my godfather creates a guild, I must join his guild. Many high-end players talked about it and were extremely excited. At this moment, Lu Kong has entered the dungeon and started to spawn monsters. Compared to the hardship when he first played this dungeon, Lu Kong is now completely invincible. The little demon elite in front of him can't break Lu Kong's defense at all, and the damage caused is 0 points. Lu Kong attracted the little demons but didn't even fight back. He let the little demons attack him and started to choose the dropped items. Skill stones and attribute stones were given priority. If there were no such stones, he would choose a few scrolls. For the rest, he would choose green equipment. When he attracted a large circle of more than 20 little demons, Lu Kong swept them and densely packed high damage jumped out. The lowest damage was more than 700. If there was a critical hit, the damage would soar to 1500. The health of these elite little demons was only 400 to 500. With one sword, all the little demons were lying. Lu Kong began to happily pick up equipment, then he used the same trick to continue to attract the little demons, choose drops, sweep, and then pick up equipment. Lu Kong repeated the monster killing process like this. Soon he killed 200 or 300 little demons and came to the front of Jining's fortress. And this only took less than 10 minutes. Most of the time was wasted on choosing drops, running around and picking up things.